Today is Monday, Parashat Balak. We're going to be learning here from the Musar. The Musar stays here, a pasuk, Va'avtem et hager. And the pasuk says, you will love the convert. Metzaveh otanu la'ava, et hanichnas tachat kanfei hashchina lekayem et kol hamitzvah ve'atorah. So this mitzvah, Hashem commands us to love a person who by choice comes to be under the wings of the divine presence, to fulfill all the commandments and the Torah. Very important to understand this concept. When a person converts to Judaism, his conversion has to be accepting all the commandments and all the Torah. It cannot be done in a way that is partial. In other words, if a person converted and initially had no intention to observe the laws of Shabbat, then this would be not a genuine conversion. He would not hold in terms of a conversion, because after all, a person when he converts, he cannot convert partially. When a person converts, it's accepting the whole Torah with every concept that is in it, and not to say that he will observe only some of the mitzvot and some of the mitzvot he won't. And that's why we have to be very careful in terms of the conversions that are not done according to the orthodox and the concept of accepting the whole Torah as a whole and all the commandments that are in it. But once a person is a genuine convert, once he converts really a pi halacha, according to the idea of accepting the whole Torah, he needed by choice, we have a commandment, a mitzvah to love him. The Torah is a mitzvah was not only said only once. The Musar says here, "Bishloshim v'shisha mekomot izira Torah la'avato," and in 36 places, the Torah has warned to love the convert once he converts, v'shelo leonotam, and not to cheat them, not to mistreat them in any way, ben onaat mamon, ben onaat devarin, whether financially, not to cheat or to harm a convert financially, ben onaat devarim, or not to hurt their feelings with derogatory statements, with certain words that may offend them. We have to be very, very careful. And sometimes a person could say to someone converted, makes a comment that can make them feel that they're being put down and being embarrassed. Of course, a person should not embarrass anyone, but still, with a convert, there is an extra measure of care that has to be put in it. The Torah warns us about this 36 times. He says that we should love, and we should be careful not to hurt their feelings. וגדולה אהבתם והחביבה לפני המקום יותר מאהבתן של ישראל. And the love of converts is great and precious before Hashem, even more than the love of Israel, the Jewish people. Mashal, this is by way to compare this to what? לשני בני אדם, אחד אוהב את המלך ואחד המלך אוהבו. A person who loves the king and another person that the king loves him, מי גדול? Who's the person that is greater? אותו שהמלך אוהבו. It's the person that the king loves. נמצא ישראל אוהבים הקדוש ברוך הוא, so the Jewish people love Hashem. והקדוש ברוך הוא אוהב את הגר, and הקדוש ברוך הוא loves the convert, שנאמר, like it says, ואוהב גר לתת לו לחם ושמלה. That Hashem loves the stranger, the ger, the convert, to give him lechem ושמלה, food and clothing, and Hashem loves him. So we have even more of a commandment to love him. Al ken mitzvah alinu lehov mi she'hamelech ohev. That's why we have a mitzvah to love the person that the king loves. Lefichar, that's why katuv va'avtem et hager. That's why it says you love the ger, translated as the stranger or the convert. And just by way of a little bit further explanation here. Of course, we say that we're very concerned about intermarriage, we're very concerned about assimilation. Many times people have it wrong. Assimilation doesn't happen because of mixed marriages. Mixed marriages happen because of assimilation. When we are so assimilated and so involved in a way in society that there is no more a difference between who's a Jew and who's not a Jew, and from there to intermarriage, the step is very, very short. Of course, we are to participate in society as contributing members, and the Jewish people, everywhere where we are, we do more than our share for the societies that we live in. But we have to always to remember that we are unique, that we have a connection to the Torah, always to remember that, like it says in the parasha of this week, Am levadad yishkonu bagoyim lo yitchashav. It's a nation that is not counted just as just another one of the nations of the world. We're a unique nation. But at the same time, we have to understand that if someone comes to convert genuinely because he sees value in Torah, he sees the value of joining the Jewish people, and he does it really genuinely, not for any ulterior motive, not for some reasons that are just for convenience, that it's not just a true, if it's not a true conversion and it's not for convenience, that's not what we're talking about. That is, of course, not proper. But once a person converts genuinely and comes to be joining us and to be under the divine wings, and he does it by choice, then we have a mitzvah to love him, to appreciate him, to be careful how we speak to him, to give him the kind of relationship that it is, realizing that Hashem loves such a person, that we should always love him. But if the conversion is not genuine, then definitely this is something that we're not interested in, and something to be very careful with. And another idea, as we mentioned, that intermarriage happens because of assimilation. We have to make sure that the identity in our communities, in our children, in ourselves, the Jewish identity that is strong, is strengthened, that is obvious that we are Jewish, that is something that we're proud of, that we're very definitely committed to. While at the same time, it's okay to contribute and be involved in society in general and do our share. But once somebody joined us genuinely, that we have the mitzvah to love him and to be careful how we treat them. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.